You're listening to a daily dose of Proverbs.
Hello, my name is Carter Gay, and today is the 20th, so we will be in Proverbs chapter 20, verse 21, which reads in the NIV, "An inheritance claimed too soon will not be blessed at the end." Now, I'm sure if you're like me, you've heard many stories of these people who've played the jackpot, who've played, the Mega Millions, the scratch offs, and they've somehow managed to beat the odds and win millions upon millions of dollars, or even like hundreds of thousands of dollars, right? And when we hear these stories, we kind of expect there to be like, oh, they've won millions of dollars and now they're going to live out and experience this financial freedom because they no longer have to worry about money. But honestly, if we look at the statistics, if we look at the facts, and anywhere between 1 and 5 years, these people are broke. These people who defy the odds, who beat the odds, who won millions of dollars, got their inheritance claim too soon. They went on to use it for all these different things, and they went bankrupt, some even. I think what the message we have here in Proverbs chapter 20, verse 21 is kind of a warning against the love of money. What he's kind of saying here is that, if you pursue this love of money above everything else, if you want this, if you have this desire for money, it's not really going to matter when you get to the end. When you take your last breath, it's no longer going to matter anymore. In fact, we see kind of a similar message. At least it brings it to mind in 1 Timothy chapter 6. At the very end of the book, he says, "But godliness with contentment is great gain, for we brought nothing into the world and we can take nothing out of it. But if we have food and clothing, we will be content with that. Those who want to get rich fall into temptation and a trap, and into many foolish and harmful desires that plunge people into ruin and destruction. For the love of money is a root of all kinds of evil." Some people eager for money have wandered from the faith and pierced themselves with many griefs. So again, we see this almost echoed in 1 Timothy chapter 6. Right? Paul is writing to Timothy here, and he's saying, first of all, he says, but godliness with contentment is great gain. So he's saying, if we can follow Christ and we make that our focal point, we make that our view, we're not seeking after the love of money, then it is great gain. In the end, when we take our last breath, we will have no regrets and we will rejoice. But he's saying, but the love of money, it's the root of all evil. He's saying, in the end, if you chase after this love of money, it will not be blessed at the end. So to those of you out there listening, I would encourage you, kind of echoing the words of Matthew 6:33, "Seek ye first the kingdom of heaven, and all these things will be added unto you." Make your primary focus God and what he has for you and his will. Do not seek the love of money, but seek Christ first and let God take care of your needs. Be content with food and clothing and let God lead the way.
Thank you for listening.